number 7, negative exponents. So what we have here, the rule about a negative exponent, what I was taught when I took Honors Algebra 2, this is when, a long time ago, we taught exponents until Honors Algebra 2, was that you have a fraction house. So, for example, I'm going to do my fraction house here with this guy. In your fraction house, you have a top floor and you have a basement, the numerator and the denominator. And you have these values, 2, x squared, 3, and the b, they're happy only when they have a positive exponent. If you have a negative exponent, the values aren't happy. So the 2 has a positive 1, the 2 is happy. The x squared has a positive exponent, he's happy. So is 3. But look at b. B has a negative 5. Mr. B is not happy where he's at. So Mr. B has to be moved. And he has to move to the top floor of his house. Now remember, the 2 was happy, the x squared was happy. So is the 3. The 3 has an exponent of 1. But the b wasn't happy. So to make Mr. B happy, I have to move him to the first floor and make his exponent positive. That makes Mr. B happy, and that would be your simplified answer. All right, let's try. We have a number of examples here. The 1 has an exponent of 1. Mr. 1 is happy. The 5 is not. It has a negative exponent. So I'm going to move the x to the 5th up next to the 1 and make it 1 x to the positive 5th. Now, I technically replaced the denominator with a 1, but I don't really need all those 1s there, so you could write this just as x to the 5th. Number 2, Mr. M in the denominator is happy. The n is not because it has a negative exponent. So the m stays put on the bottom. The n comes to the denominator, changes to a positive exponent, and I have to replace him with a 1 in the numerator. And that would be it. All right, 3, I have b to the negative 3rd. Well, technically, that fraction is over 1 right now. We just don't normally write fractions over 1. So the b is going to move to the denominator of the fraction, raised to a positive power, and I have to fill in a 1 as the placeholder in the numerator. Here, the 7 is a positive exponent. It likes where it's at. The m is in the denominator. It has to move to the numerator to become happy. Technically, we have a 1 still in the denominator, but we don't have to write that. All right, a few more here. 5a cubed b to the negative 2. In this expression, the only term that is not good to go, that's not happy, is the b. The 5 and the a cubed are happy, so they stay in the numerator. The b squared moves to the denominator and becomes positive. Now, number 6, let's start combining with some rules that we've been doing. I have to distribute the negative 2 to every term first. So I'm going to write this as a to the negative 2 over 5 to the negative 2, b to the negative 2. Now notice the a, the 5, the b, they all have a negative exponent, which means they all have to flip positions. So the 5 is going to go to the numerator and become positive. So is the b. And then the a comes down to the denominator. Then you simplify. 5 squared is 25. B squared over a squared. Everything's positive and happy, and that's your answer. Number 7. All right, let's start by simplifying by adding the exponents because we have the same bases, and then we'll simplify with negatives if need be. The 2 stays as it is. There's no other number there. The a's, I have a to the 4th and a to the negative 2. Remember, we're adding, so 4 plus a negative 2 is just a squared. And then when I combine the b's, I have negative 5 plus a negative 1, which is negative 6. Now here, the 2 and the a are happy where they're at. It's just the b that is unhappy. So I'm going to move the b down to the denominator and make its exponent positive. Last one. First, we're going to subtract our exponents because we have a fraction here. Start with the values, the numbers. 45 divided by 5 is 9. Now, take your time here. I have negative 3 minus negative 7. That becomes a plus. which becomes m to the 4th. Here with the p's, I have 2 minus 4, which is negative 2. Everything's in the numerator when I simplify it that way. So now I have to move the p. The 9m to the 4th stays in the numerator. The p goes to the denominator and becomes positive. All right, there's property number 7. You've now learned them all.